support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps you protected when shopping online. Get $5 to try it now by using promo code QZZ2J.
So we have Nicholas Moran from MoonBikes, and you're a French startup. So tell us about MoonBikes.
Nice to meet you. So MoonBikes is the first electric. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect. So MoonBikes is the world's first electric snow bike.
Electric snow bike?
Yes.
Interesting.
And so it has the power of a small motorcycle and the freedom of an e-bike to explore nature in snowy environments.
So here in the States, everyone, I guess I call them snowmobiles, snow machines. So is it run under the same? We don't have a picture for it, of course, but is it run under the same premise of having a track system?
Yeah. So it's much simpler than a snowmobile. It's 3 times lighter than a snowmobile. There's a front blade and a track at the back of the machine, and you have to lean it like a motorcycle, and it's totally silent. So it's amazing.
And so it's electric. So what is the typical range then of a MoonBike?
We talk about autonomy in terms of hours. With one battery, it's between 1 hour and 1 hour and a half, but you can double stack and put another battery, and in this case, you can reach 3 hours.
And what's the top speed on it then?
It's 26 miles per
26 miles per hour.
What is the load capacity on it by chance?
So the load capacity, you can be 1 or 2 people, and in terms of the load capacity is in kilograms. It's 120.
Okay. Okay.
So very, very cool.
Close to 250 pounds almost.
Yeah, something like that.
So I'm sure a lot of our listeners at home are going to want to check out your guys' website. Where's your guys' website at?
It's moonbikes.com.
So it's moonbikes.com.
Yeah.
And what was the origin of the name?
MoonBikes, because I'm a former aerospace engineer,
Oh.
so I love space, and the moon it's white like the snow. It's silent. Everybody loves the moon, so for all of these reasons, I chose this name.
I
Nice.
think oftentimes though, even here, you see people with snow machines that either get stuck or what is and maybe getting deep snow, weren't going fast enough. How does it do in deep snow, and what's the weight? And I'm kind of curious on all that.
Yeah, the weight is around 190 pounds, and it's very fun in deep powder. You cannot go uphill if it's too steep and too deep, like a snowmobile. So the nice thing to do is you go uphill thanks to the trails when it's packed. Then you can jump into the powder, and there's no limit. And it feels like snowboarding or skiing with a motor. So it's crazy when you go in deep powder when it's flat or downhill.
Wow.
So go ahead and scare us. What's going to be the retail price on this?
It's 8,500. So it's compared to a snowmobile, it's less cheaper.
So I think what you're going to find then is for people that are into, I would if you want to run this around on a ice-covered lake, that would be okay. But I think it'd be more fun to go through maybe areas that you're going to ski.
Yeah.
Versus, how does this then compare to because you think about this is a bike. How does this compare to snowboarding or something?
I'm a snowboarder, and you have the same sensation when you go in downhill in powder, because you have to lean,
right?
You have to use your hips like skiing.
Sure.
So it's a mix. And when we arrived for the first time in the US and make people try in the US, they were amazed, saying that it was a new snowboard. It's a totally new sensation. It's a mix of some things we don't really know. So yeah.
Right.
And about your question about ice. it works. For example, we have some inbound, some ice fishers, and from hunters. But yeah, it's much better when it's in powder. And
Okay.
what's also amazing is to go in the forest because it's very narrow, so you can go between the trees, and that's amazing.
You never know. You think about when snowboards were introduced. It
Yeah.
wasn't a sport,
Yeah.
right? You guys may be on the cusp of a new sport, of some sort of new competition sport. Is there anybody else making something similar to what you're creating?
No, not yet. It's
Not yet.
I started the company 5 years ago, and every year I'm like, okay, someone is going to do the same, but we are still the only one.
Still the only ones.
Interesting.
But-
I could see that as actually somewhere like where you live, especially if you live out in the country or something, is a very easy commuter device.
Yes.
To be able to get from point A to point B.
Where I live, no.
No, not where you live.
Yeah, but if I was in it'd be a much bigger alternative in the winter to,
Yes.
a scooter or a bike. So it
Exactly.
makes sense. With it being under 26 miles per hour, then I wonder how it's classified here.
I'm sure it would be classified the same as any bird scooter.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Same as any e-scooter, probably.
I would think so too, because it doesn't go super fast.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah, that'd be the interesting
Yeah.
to see what happens when someone's riding one around town.
Oh, I guarantee you will see some Mainer
I
taking one
did
to
that
work one day.
in West Yellowstone to go down in the city
Yeah.
and go to
Yeah.
the restaurant with the MoonBikes. It was so amazing.
For
Nice.
me, it's actually makes sense because I live in rural America and we have wood lots, so and I don't have a snowmobile, so this would be something that would be handy. Because what do? We get the quad out, or we
Yep.
get the Ranger, whatever it may be. But still, when it's snow, that thing could get stuck just as easy as anything
Sure.
else. So something like this is a good, quick alternative than jumping on a snowmobile.
Well, even, if you guys considered something along the lines of like a tow-behind cart, anything like that for,
What's
pulling small items.
that? Smaller items than
Yeah,
the MoonBikes?
yeah.
Like-
Something like going to the grocery store, being able to pull groceries behind you.
But
Something like that.
A
For now,
ski cart.
It's pretty
Yeah.
pretty small, so we can even use it. You can put it at the back of your car. So for us, the size is good now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, from a
Yeah.
utility standpoint.
Well, even like, hey, I need to go out and get some wood from the shed.
Right.
Pop it in the back and just truck it back instead of having to trudge through the snow. You
Yeah,
know?
because I see a lot of people that have snowmobiles. They're pulling like mini sleds behind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So this could, if there would be a small hookup system to it, you could pull small little mini trailer too. With
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And you can put the MoonBikes on a bike rack also.
Oh,
On
wow.
a bike rack
Yeah.
too. So
That's great.
It's very nice.
And the weight is a little, with 100 pounds or so, heavier than a regular bike. So you want to make sure your bike rack can support the weight.
Yeah.
So we use motorcycle racks. So you need a hitch.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
use a regular motorcycle rack.
Now,
All right.
is this a product available out on market now, or are you
Yes.
still in prototype?
Yes, we launched last year in Europe with 50 units, and to test the market in ski resorts, we opened 5 rental parks in ski resorts. And now, this winter, we are building 400 units, and we are shipping 100 to the US and and Canada. So the first container will arrive in 2 weeks, and the other one in February.
So you snow enthusiasts out there, snow bikes.
Yeah.
Now, what you guys need to do is adapt it so that in the spring when it's
Yeah.
muddy, I can run through mud.
Thank you so
All
much.
right.
One last time right there for the camera. Let everybody know where they can go to find out more about MoonBikes and where they can go to get their own.
So you have to go on our website, moonbikes.com.
Moonbikes.com.
Easy.
All right,
Easy.
Nicholas, thank you so much. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you so
over and
much for
Thank you
your
sharing.
so much.
time. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
you so
outstanding.
much.
TPN CES 2022 coverage is executive produced by Michelle Mendez. Technical directors are Kurt Corliss and Adam Barker. Associate producers are Nancy Ertz and Maurice McCoy. Interviews are edited by Joe Minnie. Hosts are Marlo Anderson, Todd Cochran, Scott Ertz, Christopher Jordan, Danielle Mendez, and Alante Sparks. Las Vegas studio provided by HC Productions. Remote studio provided by PLUGHITZ Productions. This has been a Tech Podcast Network production. Copyright 2022.